And here it is.
Let us pray! Dear God, which down in heaven, hallowed be thy name. For my brother was a kind and gentle soul, so I cannot even rob his daughters of such wealth. Let it be known that I can't, and for you give me guidance on this long journey. So take my word, Miss Mary Jane, here, take the 6,000.
Oh, you dear good souls, how could you?
My God.
Why, counselor.
Mary Jane, these aren't your uncles. Why, they're nothing but the thinnest kind of imposter.
Ah, this be my brother's great friend and advisor. Take my
Keep your
hand.
hands off me, you filthy tramp. Oh, yes, you sound like an Englishman, don't you? Please, that has to be the worst imitation I've ever heard.
But then you are named. And if they were imposters, why should they refuse my father's legacy?
Mary Jane, I'm your friend. I advise as a friend and an honest friend, and these scoundrels away from your home. To never have enough.
Here's my answer. Take the money, all of it. Invest in it for me any way you choose. We open our hearts and our homes to you. I place my life and my affairs completely in your hands.
That preacher told everybody to go home and come back the next morning when he was going to preach his brother's funeral sermon. Miss Mary Jane fed them two crooks and let them sleep right there in the house. Her and her sister were wonderful people. So I says to myself, it just ain't right to let those two reptiles rob her of her money. So I decided that I was going to get it and hide it somewhere. Now, I judged I better get to hide it, but then I heard somebody coming. Ah.
If you think it's no sign where you are tonight, then you
friends. Thank all of you for being here at this funeral of obesity. I know it's hard getting down here from the country, and I know it's difficult, but I'm glad I can see all of you here at this funeral of obesity. My brother was an afflicted poor soul, but he respected everybody. And that's why we should have these funeral obesities be out in public. We need worry, that's all I'm saying, because he was a good man, and a funeral obesity is what he needed. I say funeral obesity because it's, obesity not being the common term around here, but obsqueeze is what I meant, obsqueeze, but we don't do that down in England, so we say obesity because it's so direct, to the point. Let's break it down, shall we? We got orbo from the Latin, meaning to bury, to conceal, and the Hebrew beatism, which means to let go, to move on. And you need not worry about the words I'm saying, only the meaning behind it. Because my brother, as he's dead, but he is cold, yet joyful. Please rise.
I honor thee, to whom my love is bound. How blessed be forever, we are bound to him as now.
That music was mighty beautiful after all that soul butter and hot wash. I followed into that cemetery and watched them nail the lid on that coffin, lay it into the ground. And trying to better this, I worsened it over and over again in my head. I wish I'd have just let it alone. Dad fetched the whole business.
Oh, Miss Mary Jane. Alice. Here. He did it. He sold us. He stole my baby to Memphis and he sold me to New Orleans. I'll never see it again until the time. He sold them? Yes. I'll never see it again, Miss Mary Jane. What is this?
Miss Mary Jane, can I talk to you for a second? My congregation is missing me back home in England. I was going to sell all the slaves, and I'm hoping you can come back down with me.
To England?
Yes, ma'am, and you don't have to worry about it. My tech family will take your arms open.
But you can't separate Alice and her daughter.
I'm sorry, ma'am, you put all power into these two hands. What's done is done. All right, very good.
No, please.
I got one.
Please, Alice, I'm so sorry. Alice, please. No. Please, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
It busted up my heart to see them women crying for grief. So I figured I'd step in and change the general tune. Excuse me, Miss Mary Jane. Could I have a word with you for a moment?
Yes.
I've been watching you and,
Please, go on.
I think you got more grit than any girl I've ever seen, Miss Mary Jane. In fact, you're just full of grit. Say, does that sound like a flattery to you?
No, thank you, Adolphus. I've been watching you too. I think you're a fine young man.
She laid that silky hand on mine. Ooh, I thought I'd just about die. I just wish you wouldn't grieve so.
Well, how can I help it? Knowing Alice and her daughter will never see each other again?
But they will, just inside of 2 weeks. I know it.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Well, let me think of it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, here's a case where the truth is actually safer than a lie. I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my life. So I says to myself, all right, fine. I'll chance it this time. Though it does seem like sitting on a powder keg and touching it off just to see where you'll go. There's something you gotta do.
Yes.
Now don't you holler, you just sit there and take it like a man, you hear?
Well, I'll do the best I can.
All right. Those uncles of yours ain't uncles at all. They're frauds.
I knew it. I knew it. Don't waste a minute. Let's go and tell the
Hey,
sheriff.
now hold on. If you blow on them, there's a friend of mine named Jim who'll get in a heap of trouble.
I'll show them trouble. I'll have them tarred and feathered and thrown into the river.
Look, the selling of your slaves won't mean a thing when it comes out that they're imposters. Just wait long enough for me and Jim to go on, and then you can go tell the sheriff.
All right, I will.
Now there's one more thing.
What?
That bag of money.
Well, they've got it. It makes me feel pretty silly to think how.
No, they don't, because I hid it.
Where?
In the... Well, I'd rather not tell you, but I'll leave it up before I leave.
All right. I'll do everything you told me to. But must you leave? If you were to stay, I should be your truest friend.
I'm sorry, Miss Mary Jane, but I gotta go.
Well, goodbye. I shan't ever forget you. I'll think of you many times. Well, I'll pray for you, too.
One second. Well, pray for me. Well, I reckon if she knew who I really was, she'd have taken on a job near her size. But she'd pray for Judas if she felt the notion too. And when it come to beauty and goodness, why, she lay over them all. That was the last time I ever saw Miss Mary Jane. I sure hadn't seen her since, but I reckon I've missed her many a million times. Did the morning come too early? Was the night not long enough? Or does a tear of hesitation fall on everything you touch? Well, it might just be a lesson for the hasty heart to know. Maybe it's not the only way to go.
Maybe lay and let your feelings really cast to the dark. And by putting flat, you just might sow the darkness inside the heart. And it always be a lesson for the hasty heart to know. Maybe leaving God's the only way to go. People reach to understandings all the time. They take a second look, maybe change their mind. People reach to understandings every day. Tell me not to reach, and I'll go away. Did the morning come too early? Was the night not long enough? Does a tear of hesitation fall on everything you touch? Well, it might just be a lesson for the hasty heart to know. Maybe it's not the only way to go. And a heart without a home is such a lonely road. Maybe it's not the only way to go. Now it's time for me to light out for the raft.
Boy, were you in our room last night?
No, sir, but I did see them slaves tiptoeing in and out.
Great goodness, this is a go.
Yeah, I thought they was doing up your room and then found your majesty asleep.
All right, we just swallow this ain't nothing. We still have power in this ocean.
My luck's run out.
Oh, shut up. And where do you think you're going, Nick? Not you guys keep
We should get out of here once we can.
You miss out on all this free There's probably $8,000 or $9,000 here just begging to be sold. That's what we're gonna do, Bilge. Okay, I want you to go down that way and sell that boy slave. Get as much as you can, as long as there are 2 steamboat tickets out. And after you get it, vanish. I'll do this. Alright. Make it quick and get back. Okay? Go. Make sure you come back. And where do you think you're going?
Just out for some fresh air, Your Majesty.
Why do I think you're lying to me? Late. Are you gentlemen here at the auction?
On the shelf, though.
Well, the auction will start in 2 hours.
We're not here for the auction, my good man. We're here to ask you a couple of questions.
And who might you be?
Why, none other than the real Harvey Wilkes, of course.
What? No! That puts a stomach ache in my very heart to know there's such frauds out in this world.
Well, now, the way I see it, we got us 2 contenders here. And, well, you both takes your money, and you both takes your land. But what I want to know is, where is that $9,000 you done took from Mary Jane?
Alas! The slaves you stole it!
Now, I'm pretty satisfied that you not real. But how do I know you ain't no imposter nothing?
All right, let's not be hasty, gentlemen, because I just had a frankly, really sort of marvelous idea. Is there anybody present to help bury my brother?
Me and Aunt Turner.
Well then, perhaps this gentleman could kindly tell us what was tattooed on his left breast.
Well, that's an easy one. It was a blue, thin arrow. That's what it was, a blue, thin arrow. To the point.
Nonsense, dear boy, absolute nonsense. It was obviously the letters PBW in light blue ink. Pay attention, you lot. This is the part where I'm correct. Am I correct?
No brains, no tattoo at all.
Oh, no.
Girl, boy!
Now, gentlemen, there's no need for that. I find that there's only one way we're going to find out this mystery for ourselves. And that is, we're going to dig up that coffin ourselves.
This was the most dangerous, the most troublesome that I'd ever been in. Sleep know it all how I planned it to.
You lock stay.
No problem. No problem, says the man who lived go. No problem.
I kept hoping Miss Mary Jane would show up, but I just didn't think she was going to.
What? By the living jangle, the $900 in gold.
That's my money!
Back up. Take it.
When everybody went in for a look, I ran out and got clean away. Had it all to myself, so to say, and how I did chip along. And somehow, through all the darkness and the rain, I made it back to the raft. But when I got there, Jim was gone. Figuring that he busted the chain, I sat down and waited on him. I waited for hours. Jim? Oh, dude. Well, where's Jim?
I sold him to a farmer.
You sold him? You mean to tell me that after all this time, you sold Jim back into slavery, among strangers of all things, for some stinking money?
Yeah. I sold him to a farmer. Two steamboat tickets. For our escape out of here.
Well, where'd you send him to?
Silas Phelps.
Well, can you keep yourself up?
There.
Get out of here. Much as he'd done to me, I just couldn't feel any hardness against him. Human beings are so cruel to each other. And then I got to thinking that here was the hand of God watching over me all along from above. And the people that helped the slaves, like I helped Jim, were the people who went to the everlasting fire. So I decided I was going to get down on my knees and pray to try to be a different boy than who I was being. But you can't pray a lie. I found that out. Tell you what, I'll write myself a note and then see if I can pray. Dear Miss Watson, your runaway slave, Jim, is 2 miles south of Hillsboro, and Mr. Phelps will give you a reward if you see him. Signed, Huckabee. Well, I felt light as a feather, as if all the sins that I ever had on this earth were washed clean away from me. And then I got to thinking about me and Jim, and our journey along the river, and us talking and laughing and singing. And then Jim telling me that I was his only friend in the whole world. All right, I'll go to hell. I'll take up wickedness again, which isn't my line, being brought up to it. For starters, I'll still jam out of slavery again. And if I can think of something worse, I'll do